Florida State says its 6-6 record was legitimate for bowl eligibility. Earlier this week, a Reddit user presented credible evidence that Florida State should not have been eligible to play in next week's Independence Bowl against Southern Mississippi. The Redditor, who goes by bakonydraco, claimed that the Seminoles' regular season win over Delaware State should not have counted toward the 6 wins needed for bowl eligibility because the Football Championship Subdivision program did not use at least 90% of its scholarship allotments over a 2-year period, which is required under NCAA bowl eligibility rules. But on Friday, Florida State released a statement that said Delaware State indeed met the NCAA's bowl requirements because the FCS program gave its players both athletic and non-athletic aid. Florida State has received confirmation from Delaware State that the 90% requirement is satisfied for the 2017 season, allowing the victory to be used in determining bowl eligibility, the school said, per the Associated Press. Media reports suggesting otherwise failed to account for a long-standing NCAA rules interpretation that permits institutions to use academic scholarships and other forms of non-athletics institutional aid received by student athletes in the computation of this requirement. These media reports represent incomplete information, as they only reflect athletics scholarships received. It was pretty much a moot point, as neither Florida State, the NCAA nor the Independence Bowl had shown any signs that they planned on keeping the Seminoles out of the game. As the app points out, contracts between Football Bowl Subdivision and FCS programs for regular season games usually stipulate that the FCS program meet the bowl eligibility requirement. But it usually is more of a good faith agreement, and FBS programs rarely check that their FCS opponents actually are in compliance. Florida State was ranked number 3 nationally to start the season but lost both its season opener to Alabama and starting quarterback DeAndre Francois in the process to a season-ending injury. The program then was forced to deal with the aftereffects of Hurricane Irma and struggled to a 3-5 record after 8 games. The Seminoles were able to scratch out enough wins to qualify for their 36th consecutive bowl berth, but not before coach Jimbo Fisher announced his departure for Texas A&M on the eve of their regular season finale against Louisiana Monroe. Read more from the Post. Oddsmakers gave Wofford a 2.6% chance of beating North Carolina. Guess what happened? LeVar Ball to start Pro League for NBA hopefuls who don't want to attend college. Virginia football secures 2 quarterbacks on first day of early signing period. On college football signing day, the fax machine finally goes the way of the